What does jihad really mean in Islam? The word jihad is among the most discussed and, unfortunately, most misunderstood concepts in the modern world. For many non-Muslims, and even some Muslims, it is often wrongly equated with terrorism, extremism, or holy war. However, this misconception stems from mistranslation, selective quotation, and a lack of contextual understanding. Islam, as revealed by Allah through the Qur'an and exemplified by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, presents jihad as a comprehensive and noble struggle for truth, justice, and moral excellence. This video will explore the linguistic and Islamic meaning of jihad, the different types of jihad in Islam, Quranic guidance on the subject, prophetic teachings, Hadith, regarding jihad, misinterpretations and misuse of jihad, contextual explanation of verses about fighting, modern-day applications of jihad. 1. Linguistic meaning of jihad. The word jihad comes from the Arabic root, jahada, which means to strive, to exert effort, or to struggle. Linguistically, jihad is not restricted to physical combat. It can refer to any form of struggle where a person exerts themselves towards a noble goal or against something harmful. In Arabic, jahada is used in contexts such as struggling against one's own desires, nafs, striving in education and self-improvement, working to remove injustice and oppression, physical combat in legitimate self-defense. In the Islamic legal and spiritual framework, jihad encompasses all these forms, with rules and ethics set by Allah. 2. The Islamic concept of jihad. In Islam, jihad means striving in the way of Allah, fi sabilillah. This striving can take multiple forms. A. Jihad against oneself, jihad ul-nafs. This is considered the greatest jihad. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The mujahid is the one who strives against his own self for the sake of Allah." Musnad Ahmed, Sahih according to Al-Albani. This includes resisting sinful temptations, fulfilling religious obligations, purifying the heart from pride, envy, and hatred, developing patience, sincerity, and reliance upon Allah. B. Jihad through knowledge and words. Allah commands, "Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction, and argue with them in a way that is best." Quran chapter 16 verse 125. The Prophet, peace be upon him, spent years in Mecca engaging in non-violent jihad through teaching, guiding, and clarifying the message of Islam. C. Jihad through wealth. Supporting the cause of Allah financially is also jihad. The believers are only those who have believed in Allah and His Messenger and then doubt not but strive with their wealth and their lives in the cause of Allah. Quran chapter 49 verse 15. D. Jihad in the battlefield, qital. When all peaceful means fail, and the Muslim community faces aggression or oppression, physical fighting is permitted, but with strict conditions. It must be declared by a legitimate Islamic authority. It must be for self-defense or to remove severe oppression. Non-combatants must not be harmed. Property, crops, and religious institutions must not be destroyed. 3. Jihad does not mean holy war. The term holy war, Harab Muqaddasa, is not found anywhere in the Quran or authentic Hadith. It was first used by European historians to describe the Christian Crusades, during which armies fought under the banner of religion. Unfortunately, many have wrongly applied this term to Islam. Islamic jihad is not a war of aggression or compulsion in religion. There is no compulsion in religion. Quran chapter 2 verse 256. 4. Misconceptions and selective quotation. Critics of Islam often quote verses like, "Kill the polytheists wherever you find them." Quran chapter 9 verse 5. Without context. In reality, this verse refers to a specific historical incident where the Quraysh of Mecca violated a peace treaty with the Muslims. The full context shows that fighting was only permitted after repeated treachery and only against those actively fighting the Muslims. The very next verse states, "And if any one of the polytheists seeks your protection, then grant him protection so that he may hear the words of Allah. Then deliver him to his place of safety." Quran chapter 9 verse 6. This shows Islam's mercy even towards enemies during war. 5. Conditions for armed jihad in Islam. Islam strictly forbids violence except in legitimate cases. Self-defense, Quran chapter 22 verse 39 to 40. Defending the oppressed, Quran chapter 4 verse 75. Ending persecution, Quran chapter 2 verse 190 to 193. Rules of warfare in Islam include no killing of women, children, the elderly, or monks. No destruction of crops or animals. No torture or mutilation of bodies. Prisoners must be treated humanely. The Prophet, peace be upon him, instructed, do not kill women or children or the elderly or the infirm. Do not cut down fruit-bearing trees. Do not destroy inhabited places. Musnad Ahmed, Sari. 6. Jihad in the Qur'an. Key verses on jihad include: striving with wealth and self. Go forth, whether light or heavy, and strive with your wealth and your lives in the cause of Allah. That is better for you, if you only knew. Quran chapter 9 verse 41. Permission to fight oppression. Permission to fight has been given to those who are being fought, because they were wronged. Quran chapter 22 verse 39. Defense of religious freedom. If Allah did not repel some people by means of others, monasteries, churches, synagogues, and mosques wherein the name of Allah is much mentioned would have been demolished. Quran chapter 22 verse 40. 7. Prophetic teachings on jihad. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, balanced spiritual and physical aspects of jihad. On jihad ul-nafs. The strong one is not the one who can overpower others, but the one who controls himself when angry. Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. On legitimate fighting. Fight in the way of Allah and do not be treacherous. Do not mutilate, and do not kill children. Sahih Muslim. On the best form of jihad. The best jihad is a word of truth before a tyrannical ruler. Sunan Nasa'i, Sahih. 8. Comparing Islamic and other religious teachings. Even in the Hindu scriptures such as the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna to fight against injustice, even if the enemy is from his own family. This is similar to the Quranic principle of standing for justice regardless of who is involved, Quran chapter 4 verse 135. When explained in this way, people of other faiths can better understand the Islamic stance. 9. Jihad in the modern world. Today, the most urgent forms of jihad include educating Muslims about Islam to remove ignorance, fighting poverty, corruption, and injustice, resisting harmful ideologies that corrupt faith and morals, peaceful activism to defend the rights of the oppressed. Armed jihad is rare and strictly regulated, and most of what is labeled jihad by extremist groups today is actually haram, forbidden, in Islam. Conclusion. Jihad in Islam is a noble, multidimensional concept that promotes self-purification, social justice, defense of the oppressed, and the spread of truth. It is far from the distorted image propagated by enemies of Islam or misused by extremists. By understanding jihad in its correct Quranic and prophetic context, we can reclaim its true meaning and demonstrate Islam's commitment to mercy, justice, and peace. And strive for Allah with the striving due to Him. He has chosen you. Quran chapter 22 verse 78.